Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 14 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Today we're going to be doing a new thing where I watch the episode and then I post it here in the bottom corner so that way you guys can watch with me. It was this crazy new idea I had where I'm going to call it a reaction video. And I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna see if you guys like it. Be sure to let me know all the interesting feedback you have about it. I think I could be onto something. It might be something people enjoy quite a lot. Anyway, so last episode we met Greed and his like little Chimera squad, but not messed up chimeras like Showtuckers, but actual human chimeras, which have to be like 90% human, right? Because they don't have too many features of the animals they're supposedly combined with. I'm expecting from here on out the series to start to pick up a little bit more. The recap section of the original Fullmetal Alchemist is done at this point, so we should hopefully have more story-driven, manga-accurate stuff happening. I want to thank you guys once again for supporting this reaction series. If you'd like to show support in an extra way, episode 15 and episode 16 are available on my Patreon right now. You can go over to the link in the description, head over to the Patreon. Episode 15 is available in the Soul tier and episode 16 in the Ascended tier. I don't feel like recapping too much. I kind of want to just get into the episode, so be sure to leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, add it to a playlist, do whatever you want. There is a full playlist down in the description or in the links. It'll be somewhere of every episode so far in this reaction series. So if you've missed any episodes and you want to go back and watch me, then be sure to check that out as well. Let's just get into it. Episode 14, let's start. All right, let's see it. Back in Central, I assume. I wonder if he's only like seeing this, like people aren't, he sees them as like enemies or whatever, but maybe they don't see him like that, you know? Hard to know if the show is intentionally framing him that way or that's just his point of view.
Something doesn't smell right to me.
You know what it feels like to me? Old times.
What an interesting discovery for such a routine inspection.
Oh wow.
Move in.
Those Who Lurk Underground, episode 14. So Bradley and them are about to join in with this.
A housewife and a hot-headed brat. What a team.
Yeah, I mean,
Honest, it's not one I'm particularly interested in fighting. I'll just be on my way now.
What? You coward! Teacher, what's wrong?
it's probably for the best though, right?
He ran away. How pathetic. You okay now?
I mean, they need to get Al back, obviously, but they don't necessarily need to fight him.
Greed!
Ah, Martel, I'm glad to see that you're safe.
What's going on up there? No one else has made it back yet.
Snake Girl. I'm trying to remember what all the chimeras are infused with.
I can't let you do that.
Ooh, Bradley's here.
Just what do you want, old man?
It's the Führer! Why is he here?
He's nasty, you can tell. I've never seen him with two swords before.
What's the most powerful man in the land doing down here?
Not that you know.
Greed is not shook.
Easy. Huh? This year marks my 60th birthday. It's frustrating how your body stops moving the way you want it to. So I'd like to finish this job as quickly as possible and return home.
Nobody that walks with that cadence is gonna be... Yeah.
Well, look at this. The old man's got some moves.
Okay, Bradley, let's see what you got. Oh, he's messing him up though, damn. Oh wow, Al hushed her so she didn't get hurt. Oh, what's he got? What is he? I can't remember what he's fused with. He's not the cow guy, is he? He's a bull or something?
Now that's certainly peculiar.
Ooh. Let's go, Armstrong. Damn, he's got like one little scrape on his face from that. That's it.
A former ally, eh? Even more reason to end this. No need for such bloodshed. Surrender, and just let myself be killed. Major!
Oh, who's that? Oh, this is the dog guy. I want them to get away. I don't want them to all die. Ooh, they knocked off his eye patch.
I understand why you think you have an advantage over a man like me, since I possess neither your impenetrable ultimate shield nor an ultimate spear that can pierce any substance. But I'll tell you a secret. Do you know how I managed to distinguish myself amongst the storms of bullets on the battlefield time after time to rise to my current position? You're...
Oh shit!
Not have the protection of your ultimate.
Oh, I was right.
Weakness with my ultimate eye.
Wait, which one is he? He's got to be Wrath, right?
Now then, Greed. How many times am I going to have to kill you
Oh.
before you stay dead?
Oh my god. Okay, whoa. Pause. I said it last episode. I'm pretty sure I said it. But I don't know if it was last episode. It might have been the episode before. I said it recently that it was between Scar and Bradley. I thought one of them would be a sin because, like, in my head, we hadn't met all the sins. We had just met the fourth one, which was Greed, last episode. And so I was like, we got Wrath, Pride, and Sloth left, of the primary 7 deadly sins left. And I was thinking like Sloth wouldn't be anybody that we've met so far. Pride could have been like I thought if anything, Wrath would be Scar or Bradley would make the most sense. And then Pride could be one of them. Maybe actually Pride would probably be more Bradley than Scar. So, he might be Pride. He hasn't said which one he is yet, but wow, he actually was a sin. And the only reason I was able to like connect that at all in the first place was because his whole like fighting style. He didn't never use alchemy, but for some reason he was just nasty with the swords. I obviously don't know if that's like a connection to him being a sin, but there was something different about Bradley, and obviously with him being the Führer, he's going to have something different about him, something that distinguishes him and makes him special. I don't know. There's probably like tons of plot tie-ins that has to happen here, but something interesting that we've gotten so far that I've noticed, Greed doesn't know Bradley. He didn't recognize him. He called him an old man. Maybe because Bradley's a lot older now, he just looks different, or Greed is kind of like immortal. He doesn't age. But Greed also said he's been around for 200 years. And if Bradley, if he's not lying about being 60, if Bradley's actually just 60, then Greed's been around 140 years longer than Bradley or something like that. So that's an interesting dynamic. Maybe all the sins, okay, they're all homunculus. So I think to myself, the natural way I thought is they were all kind of like created the same time or about the same time, they're all like relatively the same age, but 140 years is a really big difference. And actually, I didn't even talk about how Greed said he was 200 years old. I don't know what that implies. Are they all that old? Are some of them older than that? This is the person that made them long gone by now, considering it was 200 years ago, right? Does the title of sin get passed down? Maybe. And of course, these are all rhetorical questions. I don't need you guys to, please don't spoil and answer these comments or these questions in the comments. I don't want to know. I'm just like, I'm reacting. I'm talking about what I'm thinking as I'm watching this. But wow, this is something. So, but they don't. The thing is, like I pointed out, they don't know each other. Well, at least Bradley might know Greed, but Greed does not know Bradley. So, I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I feel I'm pretty happy. I kind of like sort of made that connection. I'm still gonna. I don't know if I think he's probably Pride or Wrath. I mean, it's probably gonna say soon, but and I would assume pretty heavily that nobody else in the military even knows that he's a sin. He's got the Ouroboros on his eye. I should have looked closer and like put together the fact that he's like, I don't know, the eye patch thing is just kind of like, to me, I wasn't thinking like, oh, he's actually covering something important. I was thinking more along the lines of like, he's just a battle-hardened old military war vet, whatever. Like he just lost it at some point in his very battle-ridden life, I didn't connect that he was actually probably hiding something under the eye patch. And I did that entire discussion in one take too. Oh, he got away though. Yeah, I didn't even consider the possibility that he might die.
No,
I don't know.
wait! Quiet! Let me out! Come on!
Oh, Bradley's there
No
too.
way! I said open up!
I don't know how Greed
That
exactly
makes
dies.
15 times you've died now. How many lives have you got left?
Ah, crap. I kind of wish we died back there.
There's still plenty of time to tuck your tail and run away.
Trust me, I'd love to. I've got this obnoxious canine sense of loyalty.
That's cool.
Do
So
us
what's
a favor
Al gonna
and
do
get
here?
her out of here.
Protect her.
They're not bad people, which makes it all more morally questionable. Because Bradley says kill them all.
Quit trying to stop me! Let me out!
Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy?
I'm not trying to argue, no, open up! They need my help, damn it! I said no! I can't let you out! Just shut up! I need out of here! You're not gonna make me sit
Oh no!
killed, are you? They asked me to protect you!
It's too late for that.
Quit struggling and be quiet! Dolcetto, no!
Oh. Man. I really like the Chimera Squad too.
I'm begging you!
It sucks.
So killing my henchmen is the same as stealing from me, and I don't let people take what's mine.
Greed, you grow more pathetic by the second.
Oh, that animation. Okay. It was like very morally and ethically wrong, but that was a cool speech. Wow. Wait, 4 swords?
Stay put, I'll be right back.
Where'd all those extra swords come from?
Not so fast.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Uh-oh.
Don't do this!
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, don't show these guys after they just died.
Alchemist.
Martel is probably... She's gotta make it out. Or not. Oh my god. No, wait, that's... Was he unlocking memory that he got taken from him from Truth?
Mom, wait! Mom, wait! Mom!
It's so sad, man.
Al! Wake up! Al! Say something! Al!
Brother,
You okay?
I'm not sure what to make of what I just saw.
you're covered in blood.
Hold it, you two. There are a few questions I need to ask both of you before you could leave. Have either of you had any previous dealings with a man who referred to himself as Greed?
Of course not.
Did you happen to trade any manner of information with him?
None at all. And the military wasn't even mentioned, not once.
That isn't my concern. Let me be more specific. If you arranged a deal or shared any knowledge with him, then I'll execute both of you right now.
It's probably not.
Again, did you share any knowledge that might affect the military?
No. Can we go now?
Wow.
I am curious about your steel arm and leg and your brother's armor body. Is there any connection between the two?
Yeah, how will he feel about it?
You really are an honest kid. All right, men, pull out. And you make sure to take good care of your younger brother, Edward.
Interesting. Oh, there's so much there. There's so much there.
Oh, no, it's nothing at all. It's simply one of the many duties of the military to protect our state alchemists. But what about you? I'm sure you could use a little extra protection.
This is strange.
Alchemist?
There's no
Why do I
need
feel
to-
like she's gonna stick it to him a little bit?
Well, I will be back. I'll keep my fingers crossed that when I do return,
What was that?
perhaps you'll have had a change of heart.
What was that? Okay, hold on. Come to think of it, each one of the sins actually has like their individual ability. I'm not exactly sure what lust is more than like her extendo fingers that she used to stab Cornello with. You know, obviously gluttony like eats people, and he has probably something to do that we haven't really fully seen yet when it comes to that. Greed can, or no, sorry, not greed. Envy can do his like whole transformation thing, which we've seen a few times used to pretty great effect. And greed has his body shifting metal whatever, I don't remember exactly. You know, he can transform and also be immortal. I'm not really sure if that's like part of the greed power set, but we don't know exactly what Bradley does yet. And the fact that he has a symbol on his eye means that it has something to do with like a vision activated thing perhaps, or like it just zoomed in on his eye right there, on his eye patch, as if like he did something to Izumi right there. I don't know what, there was no obvious immediate effect, but that makes me nervous. I have to keep my eye on Izumi now and like everything that's going on with her a little bit extra carefully, because he just did something. He had to have just done something. That whole scene with Alphonse as well is also very interesting. I'm not sure what to make of it yet. The aspect of the show that has like kind of kept me the most confused, like to the point where I still don't even have anything to really say about it yet because I just don't know, is the whole aspect with truth. There's something way bigger at play obviously happening in this world when it comes to things like truth. I don't know what truth exactly is, you know, what its intentions are. The fact that it had some sort of like evil smile flash across the screen kind of makes me think it's not some like all omnipotent, righteous, neutral being. Like it has its own agenda that it's kind of got going on. I don't know yet what that meant for Al's memories. It kind of seemed like maybe he was starting to remember something that happened whenever Martel got killed inside of Al, which by the way, considering Al said it felt weird whenever like someone crawled inside of him in the first place, having somebody die inside of your body would probably, like, I'm worried that he's going to be kind of like scarred from that. And hopefully it doesn't affect his blood seal at all. And hopefully the fact that blood splattered up onto his blood seal doesn't like do anything or mean anything. I mean, I'm sure it's kind of like somewhat protected the seal with you know, whatever level of alchemy Ed used to seal him in the first place. There's a lot more to Bradley that we're not seeing yet. I'm honestly pretty much the most curious about Bradley of basically anybody in this entire show. Like, he's just got so much to him, and like with his position, his power, his morals, his, you know, choices. I can't like put a finger on where to even put Bradley, because like on one hand he's fighting the other sins, which are obviously doing evil things. There's no doubt that envy, lust, gluttony, they're twisted people, right? Or people in the first place. That's kind of not, doesn't apply to them, but they're twisted souls. And Bradley obviously doesn't appear to be, at least at the front, he doesn't appear to be on their side. Then again, greed isn't really with them, so I guess he could be working undercover for those three. But even given the hypothetical that he isn't working with them, that would kind of make him appear to be on the good side, or at least on the military side, which we're of course reminded throughout the show that they're not even really the good side. I only say good side because that's technically the side Ed and Al are fighting on. But then we have, you know, the Ishval War with genocide. We have him like ordering just kill all the Chimeras in here, even though they're like not necessarily bad people. That from what we know, the Chimera Squad and all of them haven't done anything bad. I'm sure Greed has, but they're just following him probably because they're outcasts in society and they have nowhere else to go, or because he made them, you know. But although I don't imagine Greed actually made the Chimeras. Yeah, Bradley is just a one big mystery, and like the more that gets revealed and the more I find about him, the more questions I end up having.
There's something I forgot to mention. Greed had an Ouroboros tattoo.
I'm not sure I follow.
Think back. The fifth laboratory, the Philosopher's Stone. Remember the guys I told you and Colonel Hughes about?
Colonel Hughes,
Oh, does Ed have no idea yet? I forgot.
Listen, Edward Elric. Do not do anything rash.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Good night.
Interesting.
They're back. All the memories of when my body was taken away, I remember.
What'd you see?
Well, it was definitely weird. But unfortunately, I didn't find out anything about how to get our bodies back.
That's okay.
Yeah, but what do you know that Ed doesn't?
So I guess we haven't made any progress.
No, it's not entirely true.
Come on, Ed. Press him a little bit more than that.
Told us back in Central about the unrest amongst the ranks of the military.
We just established 2 episodes
And it all
ago
had something to do with the Philosopher's Stone
that
and the
Al has so
Brotherhood.
much more memories from them because he lost his whole body.
Gather info on them.
If he was trying to figure out what they're up to, why didn't he catch them and make
Also, is Greed dead? No way. He's dead.
It also seems a little weird that the Führer himself would lead an attack against such a small group.
It's personal. He's trying to cover something up, I think.
No matter how you look at it, none of this adds up. We've been warned, but we need to get closer.
It's a dangerous game. Very dangerous game. Also, I just noticed the city streets pattern is kind of
Welcome back, Fuhrer.
interesting. I don't know if that's
How
of
was your
anything.
inspection of the South?
To say the least, it was a very productive visit. It seems both Fullmetal's younger brother and their teacher are worthy candidates for human sacrifice. Oh, and one other thing. I made an unexpected catch.
Talk about a blast from the past. It's been a century since I've seen that face. Rise and shine, Greed. You can't sleep all day.
Okay. So this kind of
Well,
gets rid of some stuff I was talking about.
Looks like your ultimate shield.
So he is working with them.
Where is Sloth the Indolent these days?
I'm sure he'd love to be here slacking off, but we have to keep him working.
Ooh,
Sorry to say it, but it's kind of depressing that none of you have changed in the past
that's
100 years.
ominous.
So, who's the new addition?
I am Wrath the Furious.
Führer, King Bradley, and Wrath, one and the same.
Okay.
Indeed. The humans know
What about
him as the
Pride?
leader of Amestris. But the truth is that he was created by Father for the final stage of the plan.
A
Father?
homunculus that can grow older? That's impossible.
Wait,
Really,
father?
nothing was impossible. You used to toss that one around like it was your catchphrase. You change your mind or something?
Shut your worthless trap, ugly.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's a scary face. Go on and let it out. Why don't you show us what you really look like? You hideous freak.
You scum! Call me that again and I will destroy you.
Stop your nonsense, both of you. It's time you resolve this sibling rivalry. Your father does not wish to see such ugly behavior.
Wait,
Hey,
it
Pops, long time.
actually
I know it's been 100 years
is
and
that
all, but you
Ed?
sure do look
Ed's and Al's dad? No way.
You are both my son, and you are a piece of my soul. So why would you betray your loving father?
I'm surprised you ask. I mean,
It
you
can't-
can answer to that better than anyone, Dad. I'm Greed the Avaricious. You were the one that made me this way after all. I'm just being myself. I simply had larger ambitions than spending my life working for you.
And if I were to ask you to return and work for me again?
Never.
As you wish.
He's gonna get killed or actually something. Is he gonna just dip him in lava?
Now return from whence you were born. Return to my depths and rejoin my soul. Return, Greed.
If that's what you want, Dad! Just don't blame me when I give you a stomachache! You did it to yourself!
Dude, there's so much. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to say.
I I propose a toast, my children. I shall drink to the promised day and to your undying loyalty.
Ew. Who the hell drinks anything like that? Where do I start with any of that? Father. So okay. Wow. All right. Okay, here we go. So, dude, what the could they not have spaced this out in the episodes at all? Like you have to give this all to me at once. How am I supposed to make a reaction video? I'm not trying to make like an hour-long video here. Okay, so I take back everything I said about Bradley not being on the side of Lust and crew, okay? Because obviously he is. I just didn't know that yet, so I was totally wrong about that. He's working with them. He's a homunculus that was created the newest. He is the newest one, so that kind of settles the age thing. He's much younger than the rest of them, at least it seems. And he can age, which is, I don't know what the significance of that is, but I guess it's to help him blend in with humans. I guess this is like him being the Führer is his purpose. His mission wasn't to go out and actually catch Greed there. Like he said that was like an unexpected bonus or surprise. I don't know if that was just like, if that's what he actually meant by that, but okay, so they caught Greed and we get introduced to Father. Sloth was there too. Sloth was a little bit of an ominous thing. We don't know enough about that. I'm not going to show it, but Sloth was a big tanky looking thing. I don't know. We'll put that aside for now. We meet Father, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that not Ed and Al's dad who disappeared suddenly? But how does that make sense in the timeline of things? Wouldn't that mean he's literally 200 something years old and a human himself? Unless he himself is a homunculus. And then like what I got from that as well is that the homunculus, each one of the sins, are part of Father's soul that's been like given out. And he has this machine that whenever he killed Greed, it kind of liquefied him and he took it back, right? Like first off, what is that machine? What is it actually doing? How can you turn soul juice into red wine or whatever? I don't know. I didn't even like talk that whole scene almost. There was so much. This is so overwhelming. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this episode down. So Greed is dead, I guess. I mean, maybe he'll come back. Maybe I don't know. It'd be kind of lame to lose one of the sins already, especially since we just met Greed and he seemed to be a more important character. I'm trying to decide in my head if Greed seemed important enough that we lose him in literally 2 episodes, you know? I mean, frankly, he got schooled. He kind of got to beat up Ed a little bit, but other than that, he really didn't do anything. He got absolutely destroyed by Bradley, and then he just gets killed just like that. I don't know. I'm 50-50, right? Because my instinct from watching a bunch of anime and understanding how stories and characters and plots are written tells me that there's no way he's actually dead yet. And I felt that same way about Maze Hughes. So, but like even more strongly about this one, he just seems too important to lose right now. But I could be totally wrong, and this anime just knows how to divert the expectations in that sort of way. What could this mean with the whole father thing? I mean, that is a bombshell. That is an absolute bombshell. And we're only 14 episodes into this anime. 14 out of like what, 65 or something? What in the world is going on? Oh, and one other thing I guess I haven't talked about yet a little bit more. Before all of that just happened, Ed and Al had that whole confrontation with Armstrong. Armstrong kind of is putting together that something's amiss behind the scenes. Ed and Al have no idea that Maze Hughes is actually dead yet. They don't know what's going on. And I guess now that I think about it, the assassination of Maze Hughes and him not wanting to use the main phone line because people will be overhearing, and all of that kind of just makes more connection now that I think about it in hindsight about Bradley working with the rest of the sins, right? Because Bradley is the top official. He'll know, you know, if someone's talking about stuff over the phones. His assassination had some coordination because Hughes found out and started to connect something that he wasn't supposed to. My suspicions is that Bradley has something to do with the sins. I don't know what he figured out or how, but there was a reason he needed to go, and there was a reason the sins killed him. But yeah, Ed and Al had that whole confrontation with Armstrong. Armstrong, I'm a little bit worried about his safety, just because like the more you know, the more danger you're in. Case in point, the scene before where Bradley was saying that he'll execute Ed and Al if they leak too much or said too much or whatever. But then there was the whole thing of Al saying, I got all my memories back. And if you recall, I think it was episode 12, 2 episodes ago, Izumi was saying that, you know, if I only lost like some of my insides, and Al, you only lost your arm and your leg, or Ed, you only lost your arm and your leg, what does Al know? Because Al paid the price of his entire body. And then it showed like a point of view frame from the mother's point of view, like the mother that got reincarnated. It showed like a POV shot from her, which I don't know what to make of that. Did part of Al go into that mother creature, like because she needed like thoughts and memory? Like I don't know. I have no idea what that could mean yet, but there's clearly more there that they're just not telling us for the sake of plot and suspense and whatever. But man, I'm ready for this episode to just end. I need a break. Someone needs to make a TikTok of someone just like trying to drink something the way that father just did, just spilling it all over themselves.
Father! Welcome home, Father! I'm so glad you're back!
Excuse me?
And it's good to be back, Salim.
Did you have a good trip?
Why?
He has a family?
It was productive. Oh, Salim, you'll never guess who I ran into down south.
If he's a homunculus, how can he have a kid?
You saw the little alchemist? Can I meet him sometime, Father?
You sure do like to hear about Edward, don't you, Salim?
Well, he is the youngest state alchemist ever, right? That's so cool. I mean, he's not much older than me. And if he can learn alchemy at his age, then maybe I can too.
Why would you want to learn something like that?
So I can get my state license, of course.
Oh man, they're building up this kid for something.
You never know, Salim. Maybe you will help me out someday.
Oh dude, don't say that. What does that mean? Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. Cancel. Shao Tucker vibes. Shao Tucker vibes. What do you mean this kid's gonna help you out someday? What the hell does that mean? I think my brain is fried. Like after that episode, like more than normal. My brain's normally a little bit fried, but that one kind of did me. I'm glad I didn't watch this episode. Last night I was gonna record this, but I was like so tired, and I was thinking like, maybe I can get the energy to do it, just like to save myself the trouble of the next day. But man, I am glad. I'm so glad I didn't watch that when I was like only half awake, because wow, that is, I would have just been, I would have clocked out, forgotten all of it, not taken in everything. What an episode. Holy crap. That is by and large the heaviest like twist info dump that there's so much there. And now I get the opening, when I think everything in the opening has been shown. They showed like Ed's dad in the opening. Little did I know it was the dad of all the homunculus. And then Bradley has a kid as well. I don't like it. I don't know what, but the kid is like this hopeful kid talking about like, oh, I want to meet Edward. Maybe I can do that. I want to be helpful. Don't experiment on the kid. Don't sacrifice the kid. Bradley back in the chamber with the sins said like Ed and Al would make great human sacrifices. I don't know what's particular about them other than the fact that they've done human transmutation. I don't know what makes them such good candidates other than the fact that the one that seemingly created all the people, all the sins, is also their dad, so maybe there's a connection there that makes them more compatible. There's too much to recap, but the only sin we haven't like been necessarily identified with would be pride. Maybe a Scar, but I'm having a harder time seeing that now, to be honest. Maybe pride is just somebody we haven't met yet. Y'all, I am absolutely done. We're gonna call it there. What is going on in this show? Wow. Wow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go rub my head and sit in the corner for a couple hours and try and think about this. Thanks for all the support. I got some more stuff coming soon, hopefully, so be sure to check out the channel. Be sure to show support on the videos. If you want to, go in the links in the description and click on literally anything. Join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. I'm a live streamer, and Nothing would mean more to me than if you guys showed up to my Twitch streams and hung out. I play games. Eventually, we're going to be doing some anime stuff around there probably, or, you know, really anything. Check the announcement tabs, the community tabs on my YouTube here. Just do anything. Just pick any way you can support me, and I'd really appreciate it. These videos, despite being reaction videos, do take quite a number of hours every week to actually make happen. So I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in episode 15 or 16 if you go to the Patreon right now. Okay. Take care, everybody. Later.